Hello everybody, it's Wintermute coming to you from the Think Tank, and this is a update to the channel. First I want to thank General Hand Grenade for the shout out on his channel. I really appreciate that. Um, it was also kind of, obviously if you saw his video, you know he kind of touched on some idiot conspiracy theories and things like that. Which was tickled me pink that he mentioned me in that same video because I am an ardent skeptic and a debunker of such things. Not professionally, but just kind of personally. I take pride in being a critical thinker and analyzing things and you know, turning a critical eye to things that just don't hold any water. So, just the coincidence there would just kind of tickled me pink. And the only thing I'd really add to that particular topic is that when somebody makes an outlandish claim, there's one simple way to deal with it. It you know, you don't need to debate. You just look at them and you say, "Show me the evidence." When they fail to provide it, or it's all completely circumstantial, or just okay, well, it's an interesting theory. It might be true, but come back to me when you actually have evidence. If you don't have evidence to back it up, then it's just a theory. I'm not going to believe it until you show me evidence. It's as simple as that, and move on. I hadn't planned on it, but I might touch on some skeptic topics in some separate videos on the channel, but we'll see. And I also want to mention I'm actually off work for the next month. Basically, me and many of my coworkers got laid off because, not because the place I work couldn't keep going, we wanted to keep going, but the support infrastructure around us kind of started to shut down because we need to get in product from other states and other factories and other places like that, and that would just kind of, drying up. And then some of our bigger accounts were just like, well, putting stuff on hold. And completely understandably, everybody needs to kind of, circle the wagons and, just kind of take care of their own, do the minimum to keep going, but not put in any big orders or anything like that. So it's understandable in this kind of, with what's going on. So for tentatively 4 weeks I'll be off work, so that'll give me some time to get updated on the channel and obviously get some other stuff done. I need to get my garden going for this year and do a couple house projects and things like that. So I'm looking at the silver lining, having these 4 weeks off and what I can get done with it rather than just moping around the house going, oh man, I'm out of work for 4 weeks. Because there will be a job for me to go back to. My company's not going anywhere anytime soon, so I'm not worried about that. So, like I said, silver lining, stiff upper lip, looking on the bright side, all that. I also am going to go ahead and I know everybody's stressed out right now, and it's a tough time for a lot of people, not just financially, but mentally. There's a lot goes on here. For years, I was a first responder for about 10 years. And so I absolutely sympathize with all the EMTs and firefighters and police officers out there and the stuff that they have to deal with right now. And beyond that, the average person who is just not used to being in this sort of situation. Truth is, we haven't had a real pandemic in this world or on this planet since like 1918 with the Spanish flu. And I remember growing up for years and years, I heard people say time and time again, scientists and biologists say, we're long overdue. So, you know, this was long overdue. And as with anything like that, when it's a feast or famine type of thing, people become complacent during the feast period and don't plan for the famine. And we're kind of experiencing that right now. So nobody was really prepared for it from the top down, and we can blame government officials and all this other stuff and all we want. The truth is it's not solely their responsibility to take care of us. A lot of us weren't involved in making sure we were ready for something like this. So there's plenty of, I don't want to say blame, but there's plenty. Take before you start blaming everybody else and complaining about, oh well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that. Well, what did you do? Ask yourself. For years, I was also a prepper. Not for the apocalypse or anything like that. I used to live in an area that was hit by frequent hurricanes. So you kind of had to be, because you never knew when the big one would come and knock out power for a week or two from your house. And I've actually experienced that, where my apartment was without power for a week. So I had to make alternative plans. So I'm used to thinking about things like that more so, and people who live in climates exposed to that are more used to thinking about being prepared for something, a disaster, maybe not a pandemic, but a disaster. So, I kind of have a pretty good idea of what a lot of people are going through right now. So one thing I want to do to kind of alleviate some of that is just share something that, a video that I've watched over and over and over again, just to put a smile on my face. And I have 2 kids. This is a video that I'm going to show from them opening a present last Christmas, and their reaction to it. And just as and I show this to people and go, this is the joy of having children. Is this right here? Is kind of seeing that kind of raw emotions that they can show, and excitement, and so I'm going to share this video just as hopefully a way to put a smile on some people's faces who come and see this video, and share it with others who maybe need a smile and kind of go, that's really cute. So here it is. This is my kids opening a present last Christmas and their reaction. And beyond that, this is Wintermute from the Think Tank signing out. And I'll hopefully be back in at least a couple days, if not sooner. Take care.
All right. All right, guys, go ahead.
Jump! Fear! Yes! Yes! Airplane maker. Yes!
I'm not sure we can make another one, but maybe.
Yes! Oh, yes!
I've never seen someone so excited for a box.
It's VR, you will! Yeah, you can then you can have the box part. I can take the VR part. How dare you?